I was working on a ship that went to the Soviet city of Novorossiisk. I met a woman there. We fell in love, got married, and she moved to the United States. And 6 years later, we were going back to visit her family in Novorossiisk. We decided to try to start a friendship initiative between our two cities, and it became a sister city program. In 1982, the city of Gainesville initiated the first U.S.-Soviet sister city program. At that time, it was the height of the Cold War. There was no conversations or relationships between ordinary American and Soviet people. And it was a very dangerous time, 50,000 nuclear weapons, threats of using them, and people were scared. And so we started this sister city program. We took delegations there. Other cities began contacting us. After a few years, we were able to connect 200 U.S. and Soviet cities. And then President Reagan went on television and said, this is what we need, more sister city programs.
Enduring peace requires openness, honest communications, and opportunities for our peoples to get to know one another directly. Imagine if people in our nation could see the Bolshoi Ballet again, while Soviet citizens could see American plays and hear groups like the Beach Boys. We're proposing the broadest people-to-people exchanges in the history of American-Soviet relations. People-to-people contacts can build genuine constituencies for peace in both countries. After all, people don't start wars. Governments do.
In 1998, Gainesville, Florida started a three-way sister city program with the cities of Qalqilya and Kfar Saba and Gainesville.
This program, we feel, is different for several reasons.
We had just returned from a sister city trip to Russia, and our mayor at that time, Bruce Delaney, says, well, why don't we have a sister city with these three cities? And the Israelis said, well, we couldn't possibly, invite Palestinians to be our sister city. And Palestinians said, yeah, we don't think that it would work with an Israeli city. But they both said, if Gainesville invites us, we think we can do it. In the year 2000, we received a joint delegation from Kfar Saba and Qalqilya. They traveled together on the same plane. We really developed a very good feeling about the future of our program. Well, right after that, the second intifada started, and things sort of came to a stop for a while.
By September 2000, the second intifada started, and all our program went through a long sleep.
But now they're much more open to the idea. So we decided to bring this delegation to try to revive the program.
And we decided to go in a different way in order to maintain the relationship, establish good relationship between Council and Kfar Saba and Gainesville and Qalqilya. So in the future, will enable us to maintain the connection between Kfar Saba and Qalqilya.
To have this communication between people in my town and the people in the other world, either in Western countries or in USA cities also, because we want to keep on working on our target, which is peace between people.
Human relations and relationships are so important.
Our goal is to pair every Israeli and Palestinian city with a U.S. city in a three-way relationship.
It will have a great effect, because when we say that if we start with 10 cities from Palestine, 10 cities from Israel, big cities I see, and 10 cities in USA, or the same city in USA, but the center issue is to have from the Israeli side and the Palestinian side. So people in these 10 cities in both sides, they will know that they will understand more each other, and they will know that there is fruits of this relation, and they will know that we are caring for their life, for the life of their children, and for their future, and for their economy, and for their culture also.
Well, our delegation consists of Mayor Craig Lowe. We also have City Commissioner Randy Wells, who has a personal interest in the issues here. We have two teachers from Oak Hall School, and one is the Director of Music, that's Jason Stahl, and one is the Director of Art, Robert Ponzio, or we call him Pons. I'm excited about having the luminaries here. We just happened to see their video, Be the Change, on the internet when we were preparing to come here, and we said, man, we've got to find a way to get this music and this video in our film. So when I contacted them, they started expressing an interest in being involved with the program more, and we finally were able to work out a way for them to come with us on the trip.
Jay gave me a call one day. He got an inquiry about using our song Be the Change in the film. He said, yeah, this guy Steve, he wants to use Be the Change in a movie they're doing about Israel and Palestine and Sister City program, bringing people together, and Gainesville, Florida's involved, and how much should we charge him? I don't know, charge him whatever, but let's go over there. And Jay's like, I don't know about that. And then talked to Steve. I was like, let's do this. He's like, yeah, let's do it, man.
Be the change that you wanna see in the world, like Gandhi live for peace. Aspire to be someone who fights for the beliefs, like Martin Luther King. Aspire to be that love, that light, like Christ, life for the moment indeed. And if you believe in Jehovah, Allah, Buddha, Christian, it's love to me.
I've watched the luminaries interact with some of the people that we've met on the streets, and they're very relatable. They are able to talk with people and to convey their message. It's just exactly what you want to see in a citizen diplomacy sister city trip.
To have the opportunity to interact with people from the Middle East, from Israel and Palestine on a human level is exactly what I think the world needs.
If you trust me, you are not frightened of me. You are not afraid of me if you trust me. But if you don't trust me, then you are afraid of me.
And I've seen the magic of citizen diplomacy. I've seen what happens when ordinary people get together, and it's powerful.
What we lack, what we don't have in both sides is this trust. We have to trust each other. How we trust each other? Just to communicate.
They get to really know people and know the way they think and build a trusting relationship so that they're able to talk to each other about sensitive issues.
When we start with people-to-people relation, it will help. Since we have people, they believe in this relation, and we have the same vision in the Palestinian side and the Israeli side and the American side also. I think time will come when we achieve our goals and we have this free access to people, good relation to people, based on justice and respect.
Citizen diplomacy is a way for individuals to get involved in the diplomatic process, to help improve relations, and to give the official diplomats and national leaders a safety net so that they can go out on a limb, take chances, and make decisions that are going to benefit everyone.
And this, I think, this will help people, and it will oblige people on the higher level to look and see what's going on the ground.
When the leaders get stuck and they're no longer able to effectively lead, that's when the people lead.